Hi. First video of the new year. Right, a bit unusual because tomorrow I've got a power cut. The power company are trimming trees that are encroaching on the power lines. So what I'm going to do is, I thought I might I don't want to hang around here. They say the power cut's going to be from 8:30 in the morning till midday, which isn't too bad. So I thought what I might do is take advantage of my bus pass and get out and about and wander into Gloucester, because I've been reading on Facebook at Gloucester, at the bus station, what they now call the transport hub in the middle of Gloucester, by the railway station, there's a new cafe, and the breakfasts have got a good write-up. I mean, all British breakfasts are the same, aren't they? I mean, there's, it's bacon, beans, eggs, maybe black pudding, hash browns have crept into it somehow. I can't remember the details of the one at the transport hub, but people were saying it's good and it's run by some nice people. So I thought, well, let's do that. So we'll get a bus after 8. Trouble is, that one I'm going to have to pay for, so I'm going to have to pay £3 to travel along this road into the centre of Gloucester, sort of roughly around there. And that should take me, I should have finished that breakfast by about, I don't know, hopefully 9:30, because at 9:30 my bus pass becomes valid, so all travel is free. I've got to do my regular shopping, so I thought what I'd do then is get the 94X from Gloucester to Cheltenham. That takes half hour. It'll drop me off in the centre of Cheltenham. And right by where it stops in Cheltenham on the promenade, where it lets me off, there's a big Marks and Spencer's. And also just around the corner, there's the place where I get the bus back to Tewkesbury. So what I might do is get that bus, go into central Cheltenham, do my shopping at Marks and Spencer's. I might decide not to do that, because on the route out of town here back to Tewkesbury, which goes up like this and joins the way we came in at Coombe Hill, there's a big Tesco's here, there's my regular Sainsbury's out here, there's a small M&S Food Express place, which, if I'm going to go to M&S, I might as well go to the big one in the centre of town. And if I was feeling really awkward, I could walk from the lower high street to Waitrose and shop there, but that's not worth it. I don't think I'll do that. So it's most likely what I'll do is either shop at M&S or get off the bus at Sainsbury's, do my regular shopping, at the place where I know, and then jump on the bus again. It depends on the time. It depends whether it's raining and what have you. I might just feel like grabbing all my shopping at M&S, get back on, and get the bus straight back to Tewkesbury, save messing around. So that's the plan, and hopefully by the time I get back to Tewkesbury it'll be about 12:30 or possibly later or earlier, but I'll have killed a lot of time anyway, and the power will come back on. So that's it. So that's the plan. So the next time I will see you, I will be waiting for the bus in the morning, tomorrow morning. Is it light by then? I think it's just about light by then. It depends which one I get. But I'll see you tomorrow morning. Right, here I am at Tewkesbury bus station. The bus is just coming. I bought my ticket online while I'm stood here. I left the house at 8:40. The power's meant to go off at 8:30. And it still hadn't gone off. So I'm wondering whether this is actually a thing, or maybe because of all the rain we had. You see how dark and gloomy it is. They've decided it isn't a good day to trim all the trees and water and power. This isn't it. It's 43A. That goes to Cheltenham. We're waiting for the 71. So yeah, I'm wondering whether the whole thing's been called off, to be honest. We'll see. It's a good dress rehearsal. You know, they do call it off, and I can do it again when it really happens. Ah, here we are. This is mine, and we're off. Take about half an hour to get to Gloucester. We've stopped in the middle of nowhere, and the driver has got off and is making a phone call. Oh god. It's okay, we're on our way again. Don't know what that was about. Right, I've arrived in Gloucester. Very pleasant journey, half an hour. Here's the transport hub, and I spotted it on the way in. Here's the cafe. There's no one about, so I'll have a bit of breakfast. Gloucester is not nearly as posh as Cheltenham. I'll tell you that. There's some odd characters hanging around. Yeah, but the one thing about Gloucester, there's the railway station over there. The one thing about Gloucester is, I don't think there's anywhere in the world that has more places named after it than Gloucester. I mean, they're everywhere. Thinking of Gloucester Road, Hong Kong, all places in America named after Gloucester, Africa. Everywhere you go, there's somewhere named after Gloucester. And it really isn't the most, salubrious place in the world. But yeah, one of the places in the States that was named after Gloucester. I frequently think about the American Revolution. Is Yorktown, when the British Army was besieged, which essentially ended the Revolutionary War when Cornwallis surrendered to Washington. The day before the surrender, they tried to escape. They tried to escape across the York River to the other side, which would have broken the siege because they were under siege in Yorktown. And they got on the boats, started to cross, and a totally unseasonable storm blew up, scattered the boats, and made it impossible. Which is just one of the many, many coincidences that sort of seemed to make the American Revolution inevitable. And the place they were trying to escape to, across the other side of the York River, was called Gloucester Point. So there you go. And another thing, if another itinerary I was thinking of doing today was just going straight into Cheltenham and having breakfast there, because there's a place there by where the bus drops you off called the Boston Tea Party. Well, you might think that's American history, but in fact it's shared history. It's British history as well. And the point of history is to learn the lessons. Something that doesn't seem to be happening in the US right now, thanks to the mango Mussolini and the garbage with which he's surrounded himself. But there we go. Yeah. Anyway, I'll go in for breakfast. Sat here, very friendly place. Here's the view. I've ordered a large breakfast. Really friendly. It's arrived. Here's a large breakfast. Lots of fried bread, I'm happy to say. Lots of accoutrements over there. Again, extremely friendly. $8.95. Tucking into a cup of tea. Fantastic. I'm going to get on with it. It's lovely. Well, that's what I thought of that. Unfortunately, I ran out of tin tomatoes to put on the fried bread, but absolutely delicious. They did ask me if I wanted all fried bread, because I have it so rarely. I said yes, but it was a pretty large amount. You can have toast instead. Absolutely wonderful. Right, I came out of the cafe and there's a bus for Cheltenham waiting. And what's more, it's a double decker. There's a railway station. Yeah, excellent cafe. They're at pains to tell me on the way out that in the afternoon they do all sorts of food like chicken tikka. They seem to be very proud of the chicken tikka, but they also do shepherd's pie and stuff like that. So if you're passing through, highly recommended. That, the breakfast and a cup of tea cost me 10 quid. I don't recommend you eat that much fried bread, which I very rarely eat, but I do love it with tin tomato for some reason. But yeah. Right, we're on our way to Cheltenham. Take about half an hour. Right, we're leaving Gloucester now, and this is the A40 to Cheltenham. There's a bit of sort of more open sort of country. There's an airport actually on our left here, coming up. And this is the main link between Cheltenham and Gloucester. But it's also the road I used to take up when I was working in London back in the 1970s. I used to pick up the A40 in Cheltenham and go down to London that way. And the M40 as well. Yeah. You can't see it well, but the airfield's here. And there in front of us.
Service to Cheltenham.
This is the GCHQ stop. GCHQ, you know, Britain's Supply Centre. And over there, up there on the right, there's all flats. I used to need some people who used to live, and I used to go and visit. When I say Gloucester's not salubrious, you should try over there.
Imperial Square.
Okay, this is Montpellier over my left here, and we're coming up to this Cheltenham, obviously. Imperial Square's over there, where I've done a few videos from. This is Queen's Hotel, and in front of us is the promenade up at the top there, but it's one way, so we're going to go round to the left and hook around the top and come back. We'll end up facing the other way. And that's the end of our journey. It's very quick. Wouldn't surprise me if it took less than half an hour, to be honest. Very pleasant. There's Imperial Square. Those are the council buildings, which I think they're flogging off, and it's no longer going to be the council. And when we go around this corner, on the left here, this used to be the coach station where you get a coach to anywhere in the country virtually. But it seems something's happened. It's not like that anymore, I don't think. Sign is to the inner prom. And we're going to park up along here on the left. And this is the promenade. Right, well, Marks and Spencer's just around up the top here on the right. I think I made an executive decision. I'm going to go to Marks because going to Sainsbury's means getting another bus, stopping, getting off the bus. Time's getting on now. And if I go to Marks to do my shopping, get the bus back home, it should be past the time when the power cut has ended, so I think I'm going to do that. Well, look at that, there's a 41 waiting for me. Brilliant. Right, it's leaving at 11, so in fact I'm going to be home early. Half an hour before the power cut's due to end. Which surprises me. But yeah, I don't like Marks and Spencer's at all. It's ready meal city. You know, they've got a few tiny rows of fresh food, but it's basically ready meals. So I'm caved, and I got a lasagna, a British supermarket lasagna. So I don't think I'm going to be eating very healthily today. So I also got some beef and horseradish sandwiches for lunch. Phew, all that fried bread is making me feel a bit dodgy as well. Anyway, we're on the way back from Cheltenham, and the driver has stopped to get a coffee from Coffee Nero. I won't. I'm back. It's 11:30. That's much quicker than I thought it was going to be, but I was so lucky with the connections because I got out of the cafe and there was a bus waiting to go to Cheltenham. You know, it went within a couple of minutes. I came out of Marks and there was a bus waiting to come back to Tewkesbury. The good one, the 41 that drops me right outside home. And I got home and the oven light is still set, so it doesn't look like they had a power cut at all. So I don't know what the hell's going on. But what a great little expedition. Yeah, cafe, highly recommended. If I'd known that was there when I was going to the hospital for my appointments, I've definitely visited a few times, because a few times I had quite a wait for a bus back. But yeah, drop in if you're there. Good prices. The low point, I think, was Marks and Spencer's. I always just feel just completely ripped off when I go there. The price is ridiculous. I mean, it's ready meal city, you know. That's what they're interested in selling you. Value-added crap. But it's all crap. Anyway, that's it. That's the end of my little expedition. Now they'll probably drop the power in the afternoon or something. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you next time.